Today is the 14th of October 2024. Last night, while we were sleeping in our beds comfortably, Israel committed yet another massacre in Gaza. Separate to the siege ongoing in Gaza City and in the north, they bombed shelters in Deir al-Balah. We woke up to videos of people burning alive, helpless, screaming. And this happens on a daily basis. At no point have we seen during this genocide a period in which Palestinians in Gaza get a break. The reason I want to talk about today's massacre specifically is that this comes after the news that the United States of America is sending THAAD missiles to support the Israeli efforts in expanding the war to Lebanon. What is abundantly clear after an entire year of genocide is that this is not simply Israel's genocide. This is America's genocide as well. They're not simply people in the background helping with some money here, with some bombs there. They are directly complicit in this genocide. They are causing this genocide. If the Americans wanted to, they would stop the genocide in an instant. But the truth is that they want it to continue. And Biden and the Democrats are willing to risk losing the next election because it is more important for the Israeli colonial state, the Israeli apartheid genocidal regime to continue existing than it is for them to win the next election. The reasons the Americans have bathed themselves in Palestinian blood is not simply because they want to support an ally, it's because they want to keep their boots on Palestinian necks. See, this takes us to the entire reason for Israel's existence. Israel is not simply a normal nation state. Israel, from day one, has been a colonial entity, a military outpost designed so that the highest bidder can use this state to maintain control over the region. The early Zionists knew it, the British knew it, and the Americans know it today. Biden said in 1986 that if there were no Israel, the Americans would have to create an Israel in order to maintain their interests in the region. And that's what their support is about. It's about maintaining their interests in the region, no matter how many Palestinians die. When we look at why the Americans are supporting this genocide, we can't simply blame the so-called Zionist lobby. Now, it's true that the Zionist lobby is one of the most important, one of the most powerful lobbies in the United States. But to simply pawn it off to foreign interests as if though the American administration has no power is not only illogical, but also wrong. The Zionist lobby does have power. It's true that the Zionist lobby does pump in millions upon millions of dollars to win elections, to influence policy. But the fact is that the American administration is Zionist, and not because they want a peaceful and secure home for the Jewish people, but because they want to maintain their own interests in Palestine and beyond. The truth is that on October the 7th, when the Palestinian resistance fighters broke free of the cage that the Zionists had put them in, they not only attacked Israel, they not only attacked the colonial Zionist entity, they attacked American hegemony. This is why at every single point, at every single turn, the Americans have supported this genocide. They've provided cover for this genocide. They've provided money and bombs that go to kill children in Gaza. It's not simply a war between two factions fighting over a strip of land. This is a war for the fate of the region and humanity at large. This is what a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand that Palestine is at the center. Israel is a symbol of American power over the entire world. Israel is its most successful and most powerful pet project. When Palestinians protest Israel, they're not only protesting in order to liberate themselves from the chains of Zionist and American hegemony. They're protesting and they're struggling to liberate themselves and the entire world from a system that is designed to exploit the majority of the globe a system that is designed to exploit resources and destroy the planet. It's about creating a new future, not only for the region, but for the entire world. This is not a war against a genocidal colonial entity alone. This is a war against a genocidal global hegemon, which is called the United States of America. This is America's genocide. So a question raises itself. What do we do in the face of the greatest superpower the world has ever seen? What do we do in the face of insurmountable odds? The answer is simple. We do what we can. That's it. That's all anyone can ask of you. If all you can do is post a few things on social media, you do that. All you can do is go to a march. That's what you do. But you do what you can. If you can do more and you decide not to, when you're perfectly capable, you are complicit. There is no excuse for you not to do what you can in the face of this genocide, of the greatest crime that this generation has seen. This struggle is for the destiny of humanity. Ask yourselves this. In the face of this horror, of the greatest crime that we've seen in our lifetimes, is it normal for so-called democratically elected politicians to go against our will and continue to fund the genocide? Is it normal that when we, as the people in these so-called democratic nations, go out and protest, when we make our voices heard, when the vast majority of us want the genocide to end, our governments still continue to support it? Is that normal? The answer is, it's not normal. But one of the reasons that they continue to block their ears, literally, as we call for the end of this crime, is because they want us to feel like we are powerless. They want us to feel like no matter what we do, they're in control and they will succeed and we will fail. But the truth is so far from that. The truth is that we can't even conceive how great our power is. The truth is, if those who are complicit in these crimes are not scared of the people, they would not suppress our voices. If we had no power, they've got no reason to fear us. If we had no power, police wouldn't shut us down. If we had no power, these governments would not move to criminalize our dissent. But the truth is that when we move, mountains move. So we need to do what we can. I'm not asking you to go out and move a mountain by yourself. I'm asking you to do what you can to get that mountain moved. We number in the billions. If everybody does their part, the entire world will see a change we could not conceive of. If everyone does their part, we will see a future in which this kind of crime would not be possible. We will see a future in which politicians are accountable to the people. The plight of the Palestinians is the plight of humanity. We must see it as such. So no matter how bad the odds may seem, continue to struggle. Continue to make your voices heard, because you're not only fighting for the Palestinians, you're fighting for humanity.